Bloxburg, you can burn a lot of things. You can burn your food, you can burn your house, you can even burn someone with a roast. But despite all this burning, there is not a fire station to be seen. So today, I'm fixing that. And we're building a fire station in Bloxburg. And at the end of the video, me and my subscribers are going to be responding to emergency calls all around the map. So firefighters, assemble! And what a good start. As we begin this, I'm starting to realize I don't actually know that much about fire stations, but I do know they have those big garage doors and fire trucks and a pole. And I don't actually know if the poles are real, because when I've watched 911, they ain't never falling down no pole. They're just running down the steps. Now, as I put the roofs in, you should start to get an idea of my design, maybe. And to be fair, this is looking less like a fire station and more like a Walmart. However, I'm not entirely stupid, guys. I do have a plan here. And it involves this massive pillar, which is just body shaming at its finest. To make it feel a little less massive, I'm going to be resizing it down. I'm doing something here I ain't never done before. And I didn't even get this off TikTok or nothing. This is coming entirely from my own brain, so it may well be a flop. Essentially, what I want to do here is use this pillar as a wall trim. Okay, this might just be the most expensive wall trim of all time, but it's worth it. Although there's definitely a cheaper way of doing this. I just don't know what it is. And damn, Daniel, that is beautiful. Obviously, it has to be red, because if it's not red, how are people going to know it's a fire station? And is it just me lately? Every time I color something, it goes blue. Like, I did not select that blue. Look, why is it doing this? Why is everything going blue? I would never use this. Wait, this literally looks fresh out of a cartoon. And oh my god, guys, look what I've just worked out. These plain wide pillars fit exactly under these ones. Oh, I guess it's because they're all from the pillar community. Now, I can't decide if I want them to be white or if I want them to be red. I think white, definitely. Anyway, it's now time for the windows and doors. And I kind of want to go for like the small town drama vibes. Where like basically all the police stations, all the fire stations, all have like these old historical doors. Yeah, I'm thinking of like Stranger Things and stuff. And then in terms of windows, we're actually going to use one of the most irrelevant windows that everyone forgets about because it's so dusty. The small panel window. And although I think this already looks good enough, I'm just going to try something I did actually see on TikTok. I'm adding an actual basic shape on top. And on each corner, we're going to have something like that. Oh, this is nice! And these windows, guys, they aren't just there to look pretty. They're here so that the firefighters can look out and make sure no houses are burning. Although, realistically, they'll probably hear screaming first. Now, we are using these windows again, but I'm going to deform them. And now what's just left to do is find the most best decal I can in the catalogue. Please, I'm praying to God, have a good one in here. That is exactly what I was looking for. You're joking. After all that, it didn't even go HD. And you know what, guys? If you want the job done right, you've got to do the job yourself. So firstly, I've gone and found an actually good fire station logo on Google. And I have then also made us this fire station logo, which I feel like is going to be far too small. So I'm going to do that thing that the pros do where they split it in half. Now, I say the pros, I'm no pro, so hopefully this works.
Much later.
And here we have them, guys. So it's no easy task to get these logos, but I definitely think it's going to be worth it. That was so worth 20 minutes, guys. Now, the next thing that I cannot believe I have not done yet is the garage doors or the fire truck doors. They might have a special name in fireworks, but fire stations. Basically, we need to make these massive because is there anything more embarrassing than firefighters getting stuck in their own garage? The fire, they don't fit. In my humble opinion, I think either this one or this one. I think this one's way better. Red and black, although you can't actually get black on the windows because Bloxburg doesn't allow that. It only allows you like a weird blue. What is Bloxburg's obsession with blue today? So now I guess it's time to actually build the floor in. Now I have made the fire station quite far away from the front. Hopefully far back enough that if there's an explosion, it doesn't nuke up the fire station as well, because then we're all screwed. And of course that leaves a massively big driveway so the trucks can dramatically speed out of here. Now we're going to go into vehicles and we do technically have 2 trucks. Now this one looks like you're a lumberjack going to pick up some wood from Alaska, whereas I feel like this one could more realistically pass as a fire engine. I've seen people on Bloxburg build this. If you want this video to be an hour long, then I would do that. And this really does not look like a fire engine, does it? The thing is, if this was just like a standstill build, I would happily like add things onto the fire engines. But a little bit later on, me and my subscribers are gonna have to actually go and rescue people, so that I can't exactly just have like all of these ladders just standing here, can I? So those are our fire trucks. I genuinely think they look kind of beautiful. Why are they blocking the entire fire station I just spent an hour building? And the thing is, I can't even move them. Do you know what? I'm going to go in. Firefighter Captain Reese's is going opening all of these, and then we're going to push the fire trucks inside. Now, we must not forget about greenery, guys. Now, I reckon fireplaces are probably quite scary, stressful places to work. So I'm going to make sure to add some beautiful greenery to cheer everyone up. And that actually, I think, is just the perfect amount of green. And then we're going to surround this with some fences, or basically the curb. And what? Why are you flipping blue? I feel like I could never be a firefighter just because I would not be able to drive that massive truck. I'd just be smashing my car into the curb.
I'm starting to realise, what are these parking spaces? They are tiny.
I guess there's always parking on the street. The other thing I always have wanted to add in my build, but I've never been allowed, is a hydrangea. Fire hydrant is what I was looking for. This is obviously for like the water. And because I love this logo so much, I almost want to make it again, like on a little signpost. Okay, and I've just tried for about 500 years to get that sign to work. It wasn't having any of it. And do you know what I haven't used in a hot minute? These floodlights. I low-key forgot that these even existed.
I forgot that you existed.
And with these types of sensor lights, they're literally exactly as they sound. If you walk up to them, they all turn on. So ain't no one robbing up my fire station. That does mean it's finally time to go inside. So I've got a few things that I definitely want in here. But the first one has to be the fireman's pole. So we will have a staircase, you know, just for safety reasons. But then either side, I think in these corners, we're going to have the pole. And honestly, this is such a genius idea. Whoever thought of this, probably in like the 1800s or something, you are a genius. You deserve a medal. I hope you got one. Because when you're in a hurry, literally to save people's life, ain't no one got time to be going down those staircases. You literally need to be throwing yourself down a pole.
And I was at first going to use glass, which I do think looks quite modern and beautiful.
But I actually think this like steel cable works so much better. And when do I ever get to use this, guys? Never, never. One more. If this makes my thing blue one more time. Now, the downstairs floor cannot be plank, mainly because the fire trucks are actually stored inside the firehouse. This is from the show 911. So as you can see, they've just got like a weird concrete floor. Again, things that I never get to use are like these white bricks, but I feel like this goes so perfect. And I wish we had wall trims that went on like the middle of the wall, which I know technically I can do with a wooden plank, but it's just not the same. How have I forgotten to decorate the whole back? And so, you know, I really quickly just fixed all that. So we now have the firehouse layout, and we're getting closer and closer to actually being able to go and solve and, well, not solve, we ain't a flipping investigator, Sherlock Holmes. Go and respond, I should be saying, to some emergencies. But what is the biggest emergency in life? Running out of food in your fridge. So the first thing I'm building is the kitchen, because a firehouse is called a firehouse because it's the firefighter's basically home. When they're there, they have to just sit around and wait for the fire bell to ring. And what is one of the best ways to pass time, guys? Eating. Maybe that's how I'm so fat. And just as they go to bite into some delicious looking mushroom or something, then the fire bell goes off. I would be so mad. I mean, obviously you have to go and save people's lives because you're a literal job, but that pasta. This has low-key worked so well with this front window design. But hell yeah! I love that. We also need to make sure we include some vending machines because firefighters, I imagine, would get very hungry. Why is the concept of this video literally just food? I should rename this Building a Food Factory in Bloxburg. By the way, those are the two vending machines. And then in the middle, we're going to have a kitchen island and also a dining table. Should we stir up some drama, guys? There might be some ops in the firehouse. So we're going to have two tables, you know. We're not all eating together in here. No. I heard what you said over there, Kirsten. You told me my hose was too short. Well, we'll see whose hose is too short, shall we? Damn! I reckon someone could shoot one of their Roblox movies here. And speaking of that, lots of you guys have been saying, Reese's, you should make a Roblox movie because a lot of your videos are basically like them anyway. My videos are nowhere near the quality of a flipping Roblox movie, guys. Yes, I could make one. Yes, I would love to make one. But I don't know if you guys would want it. Would you believe it, guys? I've still got my cold. It's meant to be turning into spring, summer soon. Ciao. Anyway, the next thing I'm going to add in is the little reception.
12 seconds later.
Fire stations do not have reception. Mostly, fire stations are mainly used for the firefighters. So downstairs, I'm going to add a gym. Because as I said, if you're on a lucky day, there could be like an hour between each call. So obviously, you'll just be sat at the fire station with nothing to do. Might as well do a little workout, mightn't ya? And to be honest, these are all the perfect color except for this. Now it's perfect. Now, the next thing I want to do is something I've never built before, but I've just remembered. I think I've been to a fire station station once when I was very young because like a family friend worked there or something. And I just remember it because they had one of these water dispensers. Now, Bloxburg does not have one of these, so I'm going to have to custom build one. But you know when you go to like a garage or any sort of like office building, they have these really weird water dispensers. But oh my god, that looks so realistic, doesn't it? And for the small price of $3,000, how good. The next thing I want to do is lockers. Now, I have not leveled up at the school, so I don't get these awesome school lockers. I'm just stuck with these ones, which in my opinion ain't good enough. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to have open lockers. At a fire station, it's all about being Speedy Gonzales, isn't it? So there's not even time for doors. And I guess we can just hang up some coats. Okay, maybe we could use towels instead. And then to be honest, I just added a bunch of miscellaneous items in there. So now, before I forget it, I need to remember to add in one of the most important parts, if not the most important part of a fire station, the alarm. Now, we do have fire alarms in Bloxburg, which are pretty useful, but this is more for like a school or, you know, like a building that could have a fire in it. I'm going to add them in here just because they kind of suit. What I'm actually talking about is the alarm bell itself. And I think to do this, I'm just going to use a wall light. And already, I literally feel like I'm in a game of Brookhaven or something. I'm so impressed with how this has turned out. So there's only a few more things we need to add, guys. First one is just simple stuff, a little lounge room. And this is more important than you think, guys, because the firehouse is probably one of the most important places to be kept up to date on the news of the world.
Fire officials say all 10 people died due to the fire, which was too hot for their bodies.
And it's important that I don't fill up this space too much because there needs to be room for the firefighters to be running around. And what in the lag is going on? It might not look like much, but I've just placed about 50 items. Oh! Are they here? Anyway, ever since I added the lights downstairs, it's literally lit the top up like some sort of nightclub. But that is now fixed, and it just leaves these rooms here. So I was thinking one could be like some sort of security room. And then this wouldn't be for like weird, suspicious spying purposes. Definitely not. This would be to be keeping an eye over Bloxburg town. And I wonder if they have this in real life. If they don't, they should definitely get it. And I'm well aware, guys, I haven't added any toilets. They can pee in the shower. But with that, my fire station is done. So all that's left to do is invite in my subscribers and respond to some emergencies. So here I am, guys, with a couple of my colleagues. We're enjoying a lovely turkey. Everything in Bloxburg seems to be pretty calm at the moment. So, you know, I'm just going to take a chill little shower and... What the hell is that? Are my eyes deceiving me? Can you see that opposite? She can. Oh my God, we got to go. Right, pull the fire alarm. Right, I'm going to take the pole. Woo! I've always wanted to do that, guys. Get into the fire engines, even though it's across the road. Oh my God. The fire, they don't fit. Let's head, come on, we gotta go to the emergency. What is going on? This poor house looks like it's been nuked, right? Ma'am, we're coming in. We're coming in. Search every room you can. Oh, good idea getting a fire extinguisher out. We're not leaving until we find whoever's here. Oh my God, Greg. Oh my God, there's an old woman on the floor. What happened here? It looks like the brunt of the fire has happened in the kitchen. I cooked a baby and it blew up. He's dead. He's got red marks on his eye. Do not tell her to keep breathing. How are the paparazzi in here? I want fresh meat. Hell no.
And I'm going to carry out the old granny. The most important part of any emergency is to save the people inside.
Are you all right there, lady? I can't believe you cooking up some kid. Anyway, now we know you're safe. Call the police. Somebody needs to call the police. She burned an innocent babe in there, in its very own home, but come on, there's still fires to be put out. Right, it looks like we've cleared up most of this space. I know I ain't no popo, guys, but surely this needs an investigation. Help the poor boy. Here we are, guys, having a lovely little bit of lunch, which apparently consists of a banana, a pear, and an apple. That ain't gonna feed a lot of firefighters like us. And as captain, it is my job to instruct my firefighters to be clean. And what the hell is she cooking? A whole damn salmon. But y'all, at the end of the day, this job makes all of us heroes, each and every one of you. I'm so proud. Anyway, let's put on the news, shall we? It's fire! Oh, it's free. Okay, I got a little bit nervous, but everything seems to be okay.
12 seconds later.
Fire at Sunset Point 911! Everyone, we gotta go down the pole now! Fire, Sunset Point! Come on, everyone, as fast as you can go. We gotta get to Sunset Point. I think it's just down this quick slip road. Nino, Nino. Have we got a flipping SWAT team with us or something? Jeez. Oh my god, I see it. We've got to break access. Come on. Break in, break in. Ma'am. We've got to break the door down. Oh, it's open. I breached access. Oh, damn. Who lives here? Is she famous? Is that the Grammys? Right, search every room. Right, I don't think the fire started in the kitchen or the living room. This house has been burnt to death. Where is she? Oh my god, you found her. What happened in here? Can anyone work out what happened? Oh, straighteners. That was definitely what's caused it. Look, this poor boy's just been electrocuted by them. Sorry, it was curling my hair. It blew up. But once again, we've got to save the poor people, even though it's all their fault, mate. Starting unnecessary fires, causing all sorts of unnecessary trouble for me. I cannot believe this is a celebrity's house, though, guys. That just goes to show it can literally happen to anyone, can't it? These damn straighteners. Let's remove these at once. Oh, my God. It's electrocuted me. Oh, Jesus. Right, is everybody safe? Somebody please get the paramedics to this girl at once. Back to the firehouse it is. God, I can't believe we've had 2 massive house fires. And, oh, my God. Oh my god, I'm stuck in the back of the... I'm stuck in the back. We're stuck in the back. 911, we're stuck in the back of a fire engine. Anyway, y'all, after such a tense emergency, I can understand why these firehouses need gyms, guys. Oh, because I just need a relaxation. Oh, look, I feel so much calmer now. And how many times must I tell my staff to wash? Even if I have to pick you up with my bare hands and throw you in the shower myself. I think I'm going to make myself a quick little orange juice, guys, just to cool down because... after that workout and all that running about in the hot fires. But yeah, this is just the average day in the firehouse.
Excuse me! Do not spray on my face!
The fire alarm's gone off! Help! Someone saying help! Everyone down! Riverside Estates, right? It must be so stressful but so exhilarating being a firefighter, guys. Knowing you're about to walk into literal a dangerous fiery house. This house is on fire! It's on fire! Oh crap, look at this! There's literal flames, right? Oh my god, firemen down, firemen down! Put out all the flames, all of them! What the hell happened? Oh, we've got to carry her out on my back. Oh my god, she's too fat to fit. Is there anyone else in here? Anyone else? Well, there we have it, guys. That was me building this fire station and becoming a firefighter all in one video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.